I have a request.
What is it?
Can you be professional?
No. That's not the point of this podcast.
We're supposed to be professionals here.
It's our podcast about our life. It's not going to be professional.
Excuse me.
This is like embarrassment videos for the future.
I need to take a on Instagram thing. Don't do that kind of sound. It's hard to edit that sound. Hold up. Man, I am sweating. It's hot up in this. Did you spill? For those just listening to the podcast, she just spilled some water on her shirt.
I didn't spill
Well, technically, it's my shirt.
Did I spill my shirt? I spilled it from the pillowcase. You should have worn your black one. We could have been matching.
What's that?
You could have worn your black one. We could have been matching.
Why would I want to match with you? When you reply, speaking to the mic. Dude, I can smell my socks.
Ew.
Hold on.
I cannot smell it. I've gotten too used to it.
Hold up.
Oh, never mind. I smell it. That's it. Yeah.
Anthony's caption is "Women with my heart."
Oh no, Anthony's such. Can I say something
About
Anthony?
Oh, okay.
T.
All right.
I like Anthony, but sometimes the post he sends you makes him seem like a simp.
Me and him both.
You guys are both simps. Okay, so let's talk about.
Hold on, I'm checking my messages.
Me too.
Oof. I'm getting these pics though.
Do you want to see this butt pic?
For photo shoots, huh?
You want to see this butt pic?
I don't know. I might get in trouble.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, kill him.
Ooh, it's Guritama butt.
Guritama. I haven't heard of that name in a long ass time.
Claire's obsessed with it.
Oh my gosh, these people keep tagging me. Holy crap.
On what?
The artists supporting artists.
Oh, he's an
Nice.
artist now.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
I should be tagged on those TikTok artists, you know? Because,
You're a TikTok artist?
I'm a TikTok artist.
What's your TikTok?
Oh my god. I'm not saying it. I'm too embarrassed. I'm just kidding. It's at vk.kai. That's my TikTok at vk.kai. And like it's like pretty.
Dude, can you not? You're like amused by like the littlest thing.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold up. Let me. I forgot what I was doing. Hold on. Okay, I have to. I'm posting on social media. Bro. I'm gonna have to restart this over. We're gonna shut this down. Thanks for watching, guys, or listening.
Yes.
Until next time. This is day 3 of the quarantine, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
I'm stuck.
Oh no.
I'm sweating, dude. It's hot up in this bitch.
Excuse me. Oh, why did it taste like noodles?
Did you eat noodles today?
No.
So why does it taste like noodles?
I don't know. Oh, I usually eat Vienna sausage with my noodles, and we ate Vienna sausage today, so maybe that's why. Like whenever I have ramen, like the noodles in the cup thing where you just put hot water in it, I usually cook Vienna sausage with that, and it's really good. And I eat it both at the same time. It's really good.
What is it again? I wasn't listening.
Oh my god. So I take cup noodles, like the one where you just put hot water in it and cover it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cook Vienna sausage and then eat those together.
So do you actually cook Vienna sausage or do you just warm it up? That's the question of the
So,
day.
dang, you're right. So Vienna sausage is already cooked. That's why the outside layer is so like thick and hard, and then the inside layer.
Thick.
Stop. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
So you don't really cook it. You kind of just heat it up and hashtag burn it. You know, if it's on the stove, but you can just microwave it.
So do you like to microwave it? Or do you like
I
to
hate
heat
microwaving
it on
it.
the pan?
Heating it on the pan gives better texture within the sausage itself. So,
Like what kind of texture?
like
like
it's
a crisp?
yeah,
Or
it's
like
like the skin's better.
You like the skin a little rough? That's what I'm asking for the Vienna sausage. Because you know, like how, like out of the can, it's like really smooth and slimy. But like if you cook it on the pan, like it gets a little like tougher. Do you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in microwaving it, you know, like when you microwave stuff to cook it, it's just like, it becomes like plastic. It feels like plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like that feeling.
Yeah, we're eating plastic. Yeah.
Ocean pollution teams.
Okay, so what's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast.
Interesting. First
I'm
topic.
Eric,
I'm Guy.
and today is officially day 3?
Day 3.
I thought it was only like day 1 or day 2.
I mean, if you count the weekend, then it's day 4.
well,
but
when
you
did he
don't
announce
count
it? He announced it yesterday, right?
Oh, I thought you meant. Well, it was quarantine for me. It's day 3.
Okay, but like from the
but-
governor, he announced it last night.
So yeah, it is day
technically
1.
today is day 1.
Technically, but for everyone who got out of school, it's day 3 for us.
Okay, well, for the whole state of Nevada, this is officially day 1 of quarantine.
Welcome.
So, how's it been for you? It's already been 3 days for you. No
3
school.
days for me, no school. I had a life planned, like out of school. Like I had a whole life plan.
Like what? Can
I
you go into specifics?
So my specific. So my specific is like I would go to the gym like at 8, 9 in the morning. I'm gonna do some workouts there, so like cardio, and then working on my like thigh and butt and ab area, so midsection.
Getting fit.
Get fit. And then I go home, kind of rest for a bit. Probably if my teachers assigned anything, I would do homework for around that time. I mostly watch my TV shows then. And then at 6, I do home workouts, which is mostly for the midsection, not really for anywhere else. And then I do cardio.
What do you do for cardio?
For cardio, I do this K-pop workout because it just goes. It's like a workout. It's not the actual dance itself.
It's like a workout.
It's like it's like you do jumping jacks to the rhythm of the song itself. So you know, like, so it's entertaining.
I'm sorry, I'm just checking if it is recording, right? You see the numbers running? The red? Oh,
I'm
God.
blind.
Well, let's just hope it's recording.
Yes.
You
the
know
whole
what?
thing with the
Let me
audio.
check before. Yeah, okay. It's gonna
Okay.
record.
But yeah. So yeah, that's my daily thing. But now like
How about-
everything's shut down.
Right, so they closed all non-essential businesses, right?
So
that's like
hashtag.
bars, gyms, what else?
It said on the TV that gyms are not advised and to stay away. But I don't know if it's actually closed.
I don't know. I think there's one gym here that's still open.
Which gym is that?
I think it's LVAC, but it's
LVAC?
yeah,
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe they did close it. I didn't hear anything about
So-
it because like all my friends right now are working out at home.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I said I skipped workout today.
We're gonna work out right after this
Yeah, we are.
because no days off.
No days off,
Otherwise,
no days off.
because like all the things that we've been eating at home, we're gonna get fat. We're not gonna get fit at all. So we need to lift. Or
Me after quarantine.
oh,
Picture of the
you can't
baby.
see you. You have to
yeah.
describe it.
So like there's a picture of a baby and its arms are like detachable figures.
What the hell?
It was like me when I was a baby. Like in the middle of the like arm would be just like an indent, so it looked like they're detachable.
Did you look like the Michelin logo?
I looked like Barbie.
Huh?
You know how her arms can detach from like the joints, except
Oh
they
yeah,
can
yeah,
detach
yeah.
from the
I thought
middle.
you meant like Barbie, like old Barbie's like super super skinny.
Oh no!
Did you look like
I looked like Barbie when I was like 6.
I never looked like Barbie or Ken.
Ken is not cute.
I look like oh, you know that actor from Annabelle, the one that you guys watched?
Which one? The demon?
What Annabelle was that?
That was the first one.
The first Annabelle?
Yeah.
The guy named John.
John looked like
He looked
Barbie.
like Ken.
Oh, Barbie. Ken. He looked like Ken. If you
Yeah.
if you guys are watching this, can we insert a picture? Would that be weird?
That'd be a little too much hard work.
Okay, so we're gonna insert the picture.
Well,
Just
no,
kidding.
because if it's a podcast, you can't really look at it.
Well,
either-
yeah, but if you're
either way.
watching this,
we have to cater to both.
I'm just kidding. So like Ken, it looked like Ken. I don't know if
Like,
you guys watched the first movie.
Don't know what Ken looks like from Barbie, just look it up.
Just
you
look
have,
it
you
up,
have a
just look
phone.
it up. Yeah, if you're listening to this, you should have somewhere to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you guys haven't seen Annabelle, like the first one, then you would have no idea what we're talking about. But John, the wife, the wife, the husband of the main girl, that's the guy who kind of sucks as a character. I didn't like his
I
character.
didn't like his character either. Like, he felt
sucked.
awkward, and I was like,
He was just put there so that there was a savior.
yeah,
The real savior was her friend.
yeah. No spoilers.
No spoilers, but
Yeah, I don't like watching horror movies.
I know you
I don't know.
don't.
That's just me.
I know you
Unless
don't.
you know, unless I'm with a girl, then it's a little more enjoyable.
Until you're the one clinging on to the girl
exactly.
for
That's
dear life.
that's why I'm the one like clinging on.
The girl's just there like,
Yeah, she's like, what the
hi.
heck?
What are you?
What are,
Okay.
What are you doing?
Anyways.
Eric, what are you doing?
Eric, are you okay?
No, I am not. I am not okay.
You're not. Nope.
In terms of, you said you lift too.
I just started lifting on day 2 of my quarantine.
What did you do for lifting?
It was mostly legs and back to help with my posture because I have really bad posture.
Right.
So it was like the thing where it's like there's like, what is that thing? It's like a big circle that you push back with your back and you sit down like a chair and you go all the way till you're straight and you're pushing a weight.
I think I know what you're talking about, but at the same time, I don't know what you're talking about.
You would lean back
Lean
all the way
back.
straight and then you push back up and then lean back again. You're pushing down.
So
for
this
your
is for your
posture.
back?
Yeah. So it's mostly for like down near your butt and then a little bit up the spine.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever used that machine.
It's fun.
What gym was this? Was this Planet
This is
Fitness?
Planet Fitness, yes.
Ugh.
The one where they yell at you if you drop a pen,
If I drop a pen, if I grunt,
if you grunt, if you judge.
they have a button to press. Why do you guys do that, Planet Fitness? I'm just curious. Why?
Because they don't, actually, yeah, that's the pen
Is
thing.
it just to like not disturb other people working out? Like, I don't
yeah,
understand.
grunting.
Like,
I get the like dropping your weights.
yeah, I get the dropping weights too.
Yeah, it'll like shock other people, but
Right.
the
I think grunting should be okay. Obviously, not like excessive and super loud, but like just like a, ugh, like that. Like that's fine.
I think the pen thing is just a safety hazard, just in case someone's walking.
Oh, is that seriously a thing?
Yeah, like you can actually
Who
drop your
carries a pen in the gym?
someone who wants to record their workouts, maybe a trainer
Oh, okay.
to
We have
record
phones now.
stuff. Not everybody likes using their phone for that type of
Yeah,
stuff,
I know.
though.
I mean, kind of. Yes, kind of. No.
I keep
don't
a
know.
journal for most of my things. So
Are you keeping track right now?
with what? Oh,
Your
with
workouts.
workout stuff? No, but I do. Actually have not weighed myself yet. Like a very recent weight. The last time I weighed myself, I was like 147,
What was do you know the heaviest you got?
150.
150.
That was my heaviest, and then so far my lowest was like 120.
But like, how old were you? Was it like this age
10.
or was it, okay? So it doesn't.
It doesn't really
it
count.
Doesn't really count.
So the highest I was for 150 was like 3 months ago. And then last month I weighed myself again to be surprised that I was 132. So I don't know what I did. I went PE this semester got me.
Depression.
Oh,
We'll get into that.
We'll get
my,
into
my,
that.
my heaviest weight was around 219, 220. So
Don't you weigh more?
Huh?
Now?
Now?
Yeah.
No, I weigh 206 now.
I thought you weighed more.
No, I weigh less.
I thought you weighed like.
I used to be thicker. Like I used to look like a balloon.
Did you used to look like Kevin?
Oh, from the old Kevin
Old
picture?
Kevin.
Yeah.
That's what you used to.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, but I cut down. And then,
Bro, that picture still surprises me to this day.
right? Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin. Oh my gosh.
You still working out here.
Dang.
Why are they making you work, bro?
Where is he?
I don't know. He's at home right now, I think.
Like,
I think he's just
I
on
haven't
call.
seen
So, like,
him.
I'll reach out to him probably after.
I haven't seen him in like ages.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see him. Hopefully soon. If not, then.
Was Kevin like the first friend I actually connected with?
I
It was
don't
probably
know.
because of Vina. That's why I connected with him so much.
Okay, because of the girl he went out with.
Yeah, because he because of
Yeah,
Vina.
we're not gonna
We're not gonna go there.
mention some other names.
Yeah.
We'll just keep their privacy. We'll just respect their privacy a little
I
bit.
love Vina. Shout out to Vina. I love you. Anyways,
You guys still talk?
yeah, we still talk. She's in my PE class,
Oh, okay.
so
I didn't know you guys were still like classmates or.
we didn't talk last year because I think because she wasn't in any of my classes last year. This year we talked more. So
okay,
yeah, I love you.
That's good. You should have I don't know, like how many best friends do you have? Or close friends? Are you counting? Is that why you're quite quiet?
Honestly, I don't know right now.
How many? I have a lot of close friends.
I have close friends. I like the maximum for me, like that I consider like close friends who know everything is 4. Right now, 4. Cause, yeah,
Yeah,
4. Shout out to them. They know who they are.
right. Me too. Shout out to you guys. You guys know who you are. And if you think you're one of them, but you're not, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. When it comes to true friends that I see, like how like you, Kevin, and Anthony, and everyone like grew up together, like how you guys still know each other even in your working days. I actually don't know with my group of friends
Honestly,
now.
it's super hard. When
really
you
hard.
when you turn into an adult, and everybody's like doing their own thing, they have their own lives. It's really hard to, like, always hang out and like So you have to keep in touch in some other ways, like if it's just sending a text or tagging them in memes or something like that. Like that's kind of how you kind of keep it going now.
Yeah. Even now, like I feel like I'm drifting from like certain people, and there's really like one person that I have been like stuck with, and I'm glad that I'm stuck with them. It's one person, and they don't know who they are, because I don't show it enough. But I love you.
Are you gonna say
But
the
I'm not.
name or no? Are you gonna say
saying
their...
saying the name's kind of mean because I know all 4 of these people
Okay, so
are
we'll
going to be
just-
watching this.
So we'll just keep it
we're
at
gonna
that.
keep that one person
We'll just keep you
anonymous.
guessing. You guys could
guys-
just guess for yourselves.
Keep that guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the? I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot. I should have some notes,
We should have
but I
notes.
don't have notes at all.
This is like
It's kind of just
since
off
it's
the top.
yeah, since this is with me, this is like off the top, just
Yeah.
rolling with
I mean,
it.
that's how I did the one with Anthony. I'm still kind of upset at that video
Why?
because my audio wasn't set up properly. Like you wouldn't be able to hear me. That's why I'm like speaking into the mic like this as much as I can,
Oh really?
so you can hear me. And we have the headphones, so we can hear me.
Yeah. Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay.
But I'm like kind of scared because sometimes you're like talking like away from the mic, and I'm like, just talking.
I'm naturally loud, so
Like
I
if you
might
need to
pick it
grab
up anyways.
this and like keep it close so you didn't do that.
Every time I've grabbed it, it's almost fallen.
Okay.
Like you guys haven't heard it, but
Like life alert.
Life alert,
I've
like-
fallen and I can't get up.
like it's almost done life alert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's not do that. It's
Yeah.
kind of expensive.
That's why it's scary.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm naturally loud as a theater student, so
That's good.
It works out.
You remember when you first came here, like came to live with us?
I only admired Mochi.
Rest in peace, Mochi.
R.I.P. Mochi.
I miss you. I love you. Whew. Okay, let's not talk about that.
I could talk
Oh,
about
but
it.
we did we did get to see her ashes yesterday, right?
That's great. I'm actually wearing it right now.
Yeah, so you have the necklace
Here,
and her what's it called?
that's proof.
And her dog
Her
tag
dog tags.
as well.
I like to keep those together.
Mine is a keychain, and then we have another keychain. So yeah, fun fact. Well, not really fun fact, but if you do ever get somebody cremated or know somebody that gets cremated, if they first ask you if you want to see their bones.
That's honestly, when I first found that out last night, I was so traumatized because like thinking about it, like, oh,
You were shook.
I was like, wow, you get to know this person, you know this person your whole life, and now you get to see their bones
Right.
after they've been burnt.
Right.
So it's probably like dark and
Maybe.
like spooky, and you're just like,
Right. Yeah. For me, when I first heard it, I was like, what? Like, I was just like confused. I was
at
like,
first
what?
it made sense to you until I talked about it more, and then
Yeah.
that's when you were like, oh yeah, that is weird.
So what they do is they grind it up, so it goes with the ashes. So, yeah, when we were putting the Mochi's ashes into the necklace and keychains, it was kind of we were having a hard time putting it through because I think maybe because of the bones.
Yeah, that's that was whack.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, we got a beautiful painting of Mochi
We did. Shout out to M
and her friend who painted
and
it.
her friend who painted it. It was a gift to the family and to my mom.
It was beautiful.
My mom got a plate with Mochi's shadow and date of birth and death, and it's nice. It was a really nice gesture. So shout out to you, M. Thank you, appreciate it.
Shout out, yes.
Maybe one day we'll show the painting. It's back there somewhere.
It's with Nana's painting that I painted.
Yeah,
Ah,
it looks like they match.
they match.
match
The colors.
That's about it in terms of matching.
Yes. Yes.
You also gave your painting of Mochi right to M.
Ah, yes. I painted a black and white portrait of Mochi that Tito EJ took.
Yeah.
It was a while
a few
back?
years ago.
Yeah. I
Probably
painted
one
it.
of the best pictures I've taken of Mochi. For
It
sure.
was really it actually worked out really well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then I gave it to her. It was really nice.
Yeah, nice gesture on your end.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
too. That was nice.
So you're welcome. I was like, it's a trade.
It is a trade. It was a
Painting
nice
for
trade.
painting.
So, would you want another dog anytime soon, or would it be too soon?
So, just because I'm so used to a dog in that house, that's really like the biggest reason I would want another dog soon. But at the same time, it's like I'll accidentally call that dog Mochi. I know I will.
Yeah.
Cause like every time I come home, the first thing I say is like, "Hi, Mochi."
Yeah.
So like if there's another dog, and if you're going with the plan of Mocha as the name, then I'm gonna definitely accidentally call that dog Mochi.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a close name. I mean, I was supposed to have 2 dogs, 2 Shibas, Mochi and Mocha. But it never happened. We only had Mochi.
Yeah.
But maybe in the future I'll have another Shiba, or maybe a black color or a different color, maybe the same color even. But the plan is Mocha. But we'll
Mocha,
see.
yes.
Things change all the time.
If not Mocha, dark chocolate.
What the?
And
Hey, dark chocolate.
Hey, dark chocolate.
It's a long name.
Choco.
Choco, yeah.
Choco. I'm gonna get like the bird. The bird is the next living thing in this household.
Yeah, the bird's name. What's the bird's name? Bird's name is
It was Coca.
Coca.
Yeah, I remember. Cocaina.
Oh. That's his full name.
Oh.
Is it his or her? Yeah, I forgot.
It's a her. It's a he, isn't
He.
it? But you guys like named it
Yeah,
a
because
girl name.
Yeah, because my dad's dog's name was Coco.
So it's Coca.
So now we made
Ina.
Coca. Ina.
Ina.
Yeah. What's a dude?
Yeah. Oh, the poor name. I'm not ready for that.
You're not ready for another dog.
No, I'm not ready for that bird.
Oh,
Not to like,
don't say it.
you know.
You know, this year's been crazy enough.
That's pretty, I know, but if, oh man, I'm not ready because like even though that bird hates me with its pure soul.
Yeah, I think if I do get another bird, I think I'm gonna get a parrot.
You
And
have to like,
it's definitely gonna be free
yeah,
because
you have to treat it a
bird
lot
has
better.
been most of its life in a cage.
Poor thing,
So,
surrounded by its poop.
yeah,
When's the last time you guys cleaned that cage?
it gets cleaned like once a year, once or
I not
twice a year.
go.
But it doesn't pile up that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poop.
Poop. Pick up the poop. Pick up the poop.
Pick up the poop, guy.
Poop guy. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. Oh, my God.
No.
Yeah. Oh man, memories of
Yeah,
Mochi.
we still don't have like a nice place to put her ash box.
Yeah, so it's kind of just back there right now. I kind of want to put it like, somewhere there with like a portrait of her.
No, the painting.
Oh, the painting. We have a painting too. But I actually want to hang the painting somewhere and then have a portrait of her over there with the family portraits.
But that's gonna be an even number, and it's not gonna look as nice.
We'll see.
Oh, it should have its own little place here, right
Yeah.
there. I can even like take the collar from my room and put it there with her, the other toy in my room too.
Possibly.
Just like a whole like shrine.
Yeah.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. When I was talking about coming home, I almost cried. Don't cry.
Let's just talk about something.
I would talk about my dream that I had, because I didn't tell you about the last part.
Okay, you can talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about the dream. I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna be like, and then she came over to me.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
So, was it the other night?
Yeah, it was the other night.
The other night. Okay, I need to learn how to use those type of words. I can't do that. So, the
Your English is a lot better than my English.
my English is like going away ever since learning Tagalog. Like
What's that?
I
What's
can't.
Tagalong?
Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Tagalog. Tagalog.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the other night, my family, like main family, like.
Wow, does
the
that
birth-
not include me?
Okay, so that's
Wow,
like my birth,
I'm hurt.
the birth person, the person who birthed me.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
The birth person, and then. Okay, so my mom and
You cannot finish your sentence.
So my mom and then my stepdad. Do I have to look at the camera? I don't really
No,
have
you
to
don't
look
have
at
to.
the
You can just
camera.
look at me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look at the camera.
Because it's going. Because I'm so used to looking at the camera when I speak. So it was my mom and my stepdad, and we were watching Annabelle, and like, so yeah, being me, I couldn't sleep that night. Even though I love horror movies, I couldn't sleep. Like, it was hard to sleep. So I fell asleep 3 times. The first 2 times were like terrible, horrible nightmares, which like made me like die inside. And then so the 3rd time I fell asleep, it was turning out to be a nightmare until it was on this part where I was on a boat. And I don't know why I was on the boat. And there's one other person with me. I don't know who that was. But I was riding the boat and I was bored in the boat. I was like, when is this boat ride gonna be over? What's that in the ocean? Oh no. Until like I saw like something running, right? And I was like, oh my god, it's another demon. And then it wasn't. On the end of this like lake area where I was on the boat was Mochi standing on the land. And I was like, is that Mochi? Like, my whole head was like, oh my god, Mochi, Mochi, Mochi. So I told the other person in the boat, because they're with the paddles. Is that what they're called? Mm-hmm. The paddles. So they had the paddles. And I was like, go on that side. And they were like, okay, yes, ma'am. So they started paddling that side. And then I saw Mochi. And like, Mochi didn't have her collar on. And then magically out of nowhere, the collar was on the boat. So I took the collar and I ran. And then I got to her. And I put on the collar. And then I sat down because I was so tired, and so she laid on my like lap area, which she never did before. I think she did it once while we were watching a movie. That I put her on my lap and she just laid there the whole time, and the movie was scary, so I was like, yeah. So she stayed there on my lap, and I started talking to her, and she didn't even like. She reacted like only a little bit. She didn't really react to me talking to her like she normally does. She doesn't really react. So I was talking to her. I was like, hey, everyone misses you. I miss you. Can you come back? And then right when I was finished talking to her, she just looks up at me with her collar. And then she walks away. So she just starts walking. And then I was like, wait, are you leaving? And then she looks back at me and just keeps walking. But this time with her collar. And that's when, like, I woke up in tears. I was like, Mochi! I was hugging my bear because it has fur on it. So I think, like, my body was moving with the bear. And the first thing I looked at was her collar that's hanging on my wall. And it was like, it was just moving. And I was like, you're here. You're here. So in that dream, it was like, so that was the end of my dream. And I was like, oh, she visited me. Especially at my worst. Like, especially because every time I woke up from each dream, it was still nighttime. But the last dream where she came, it was day. And I was like, Mochi. And then I was like, dang, that's so symbolic. Because, like, she came when I'm at my worst, like she always did. Like, don't be weirded out, though. But I used to sleep on her bed whenever I felt, like, wacky. And then she'd be like, what are you doing on my bed? And then she would lay down on the floor instead of the bed. And she'd lay down there till I fell asleep. And then I'd wake up and she's not there. And I'm just like, Mochi! And then she comes back. So every time she came back. And I was like, whenever I'm at my worst, she's just always there. Because, like, sometimes I'll come home and I'm like crying because something happened at school. And she just sit down next to me. And I'd just be like, girl, you will not believe the day I had. Just petting her. I would be like, girl, you do it. And then she's like, I know. Keep petting me. Don't stop. Like, it was, that's how it was, though. So this is, like, every time I stop, she'd just be like, and I'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
That's how it was. And I was like, her coming to me without her collar and leaving with it was, like, symbolic that she's always part of our family. Like, no matter what.
Man, you almost made me tear up.
I almost started crying. Like, you can hear my throat.
Yeah, it's all good. You handled yourself.
That's I didn't start crying this time.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's go.
All right, real quick before we take a break, real quick. Yeah, so the week that she passed away.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
The week that she passed away. That following Monday when I was supposed to go back into work, it was like really, I was like, it felt really empty in the house. I still looked at the spots where she would be normally, like laying down or sitting down, and so I was putting on my shoes on the couch, and I look over to where she usually sits, like where she looks at me before I leave to go to work, and obviously, she's not there, and I just said, "Bye, Mochi," and then her doggy door, like I hear it like open, like just very slightly. I don't know if it was just
Spirit.
the wind or anything, but for me, I'd like to believe it was her, just saying bye. And yeah, basically that was that. And then I went to work, and then but I've kind of felt happy inside because it's like I know she's still here. We just can't see her.
Remember that time we blew your mind with, like, the dog theory?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so my belief in dogs is that they always come back to you. Like, it may be in, like, different, it's like the Dog's Purpose movie. I believe in that theory, that dogs come back to you no matter what form they are. It's still the same dog, the same spirit, until they accomplish their goal. So their goal is, like, their last goal is whoever's the last heir of their family. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. Yeah. So the last heir of the family right now is Clara. So at the time, I mean, I guess I think their last heir would be you. Because you're the one who, like, your first dog was a
A Dalmatian.
Dalmatian. So
Yeah.
I believe that they always come back just to finish their goal. So since Tito EJ is still alive and he's thriving, their next dog is bound to be one of the same spirit. So what also blew his mind was that each dog he's had died the same way.
Similar way.
Same area of the...
So, my first dog was a Dalmatian. This was back in the Philippines.
You lived in the Philippines.
This is probably, yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
I went back and forth from Saudi Arabia to the Philippines.
I did
Up.
not know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so my first dog was a Dalmatian. This was, we didn't have him long at all. Like, it was literally probably like maybe a week.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like, we just got it from a different owner. And what happened was he ate one of my mom's plants in the backyard, which was poisonous to the dog. So he died from
Consumption of a flower or a plant.
Yeah, poisonous. And his name was Mambo. I still remember.
Mambo. I like that name.
Like the dance.
A.
My second dog was Samantha.
Samantha?
Do you even know Samantha?
I don't know Samantha.
Reference from Frozen 2.
We love Frozen 2. Yes.
Which I just watched the other day with Kai because quarantine.
Quarantine.
Samantha lived with us for I don't remember how long, but so how she passed was my dad actually gave her a pork bone to chew on, and she was able to break it down with her teeth, swallowed it, but her her stomach can't digest it. So she actually died from that. Like, we actually brought her to the vet. The vet gave her a shot or something to like stabilize her. And when we took her home the same day, she started having like a seizure almost. And then she just died like that.
Bro, they really don't. Okay, that's like what makes me mad about vets. Like, little rant here. Like, they don't work as fast as like a doctor for humans when it comes to animals. At least from like what you've told me about your other dogs, and then my experience with Mochi, and like stuff like my other experiences with animals. They don't work as fast as a normal doctor would for humans. And it's crazy because these animals are human to us. Like, they have the same connection to their families as humans. And they really say the words like, it wasn't impossible, but we just gave up. I was like, okay, anyways. They don't, it's just, I get it why so many people, like, of our youth want to be vets now. Because the ones that we have now just are not it. Like, I've heard so many people of our youth today, in the generation today, talk, they didn't save my animal, and I don't want other people to do that. So I will become a vet. And it's great to hear that, because honestly, the vets today just don't work out. They don't try as hard. Like, I'm not, any of you guys watching are vets of today. I bet you guys do great. But from my experience right now, lots of the older vets just don't do anything anymore. Like, they'll try, but not as hard as you want them to. Not as if they were working on someone's family member, like how our human doctors do. That's my little rant. My little serious rant.
Yeah, I got serious real quick. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have too much to say about that, but I understand where you're coming from. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. But in terms of helping people with this coronavirus thing, do you see Um, like, what's it like right now? If you've been watching the news or been hearing anything on social media about how people are being treated, or if they're getting any treatment or getting tested, how do you think America is doing on that part? Like, are they doing a great job at trying to contain the situation?
I mean, you can't contain it as well as if it was new. I think that it's not just America, but everyone in the world, like, looked past it too much. That's why it's spreading so quickly now. And that's why death rates are like so high now.
And that's why we're in quarantine now.
Yeah, that's why, guys, like,
Stop going out.
stop. I want to go back to school. I know that sounds weird, but I do. I want to get back to school already. School was like my life. Like, I had nothing else to do with it. So school kept me busy, even though I low-key hate it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
What do you plan on doing in or after school?
After school?
After you finish like high school and everything?
Oh, after high school, I'm planning on, like, I'm hoping to get like a job, like, really as fast as I can. I'm
Are you
trying to get
a
a
job
call.
in high school?
Yes. Actually, I really want to work for an Asian boba, like Asian boba.
Or a cafe?
I want to work in a cafe. Not really American cafes though.
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, yeah.
It's an actual thing. Working under the, like, is it? I don't know. People
I
do.
don't know.
No, in family businesses, they
like
do
some
that
people can work like
under the counter. Is that what they call it? Under the table? I don't know. It's just under something.
under the counter.
I don't. That's medication.
Over the counter. That's over the counter.
No,
But yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
yeah,
I get what
like
you're trying to say.
family businesses do
So
that.
you want an Asian cafe shop?
Because, like, making boba sounds fun. Making drinks. I mean, I would work at the register though.
Honestly, if I worked at a boba place, man, I'd be so fat.
Me too.
Because I had like boba
Discounts.
like every day at one point in my life, and I got really big.
Discounts.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a discount, go work at Costco. They got some good stuff over there.
Costco. Okay, this was a whole fight in my 5th period English class, and I don't know why it was a fight. I just said something, and then I got yelled at. Like,
Okay,
it was a whole fight. Sam's Club versus Costco.
I don't know. To me, they're like really similar.
They're so the same.
They're just like different names.
I think the only reason I like Sam's Club better is because when I went to Costco and I asked for a sample, they were really mean about asking for my mom. I was like,
At Costco?
yeah, Costco. Because one of my friends go to Costco and then we go to Sam's, right? So my friend that goes to Costco, like, we were going up to, like, a snack thing, like the sample stuff, and we were like, can we have a sample? And then the first thing the lady said is, where's your mom? Where's your mom? You can't have one if there's no mom. I was like, oh, can you say it nicely? Like, oh, sure, but where's your mom? Yeah. But no, she had to be like, no, where's your mom? I was like, dang. Okay, never mind. Bye. And then at Sam's Club, they're just like, yeah, sure, take one. I was like, okay. They didn't ask for my mom.
Simple.
I was like, man, I would know if I'm allergic to something. I don't need my mommy. I think I would know. Oh, even though I risk it anyways. Like, I can't eat crab, yet I still do. I can't eat shrimp, I still do.
Shrimp and crab is good.
I can't eat lobster, I still do.
Damn, you live life on the edge.
Yeah, who cares if my
You're
lips
just
get
like
itchy?
me. I live life on the edge. Like, I'm still going out because of the coronavirus.
I couldn't go out today.
I have shoots to do, so I'm still working technically. Even if my regular job, my 9 to 5 job, is shut down, you still gotta hustle. Still gotta make that
So
money.
gotta hustle. I don't make money.
That's okay. But
It's okay.
you can.
I will someday.
You're still working out. Working on your fitness, and then you're doing some TikTok.
Tick tick. Oh my gosh, my TikToks actually have a lot of work, and it's kind of like scary how much work I put into one TikTok.
That's good.
And I get like 3 likes on it.
That's all right.
So that's why you should follow me at vk.kai
You should just keep
TikTok.
putting content out.
I am. I have a lot of videos. I'm like OG.
You're saying you're OG TikToker?
I'm OG TikToker. You're not OG. Cause you like joined like this year? Or last year,
Yeah.
but like end of last year.
Yeah, end of last year.
End of last year. I was there when it was called Musically. So
Right.
I'm OG.
So you've known how to make these kind of videos.
Yes, I've
Because of
been.
Musically. And I was there. I was watching you do all your videos. So I know.
Shawty's like a melody in my head.
Oh, don't, let's not get copyrighted.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
you can't get copyrighted if
Yeah,
you're
'cause
singing
you're just singing it.
No.
No, but yeah, I've seen your grind, and you've definitely grown, you know, and you're seasoned now. Like your aunt's asking you how to do TikToks.
It's kind of scary, man. I'm just trying to like.
I don't know how to do TikToks.
I
but-
was vibing at school, and the next thing I know, I say, "How do you do TikTok?" That's
Yeah.
like that's the first notification. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, but like I feel like it works for your generation better than it does for like older. Not that I'm saying that older people can't do it, because I've seen older people do it, like my dad's age even.
yeah." Some of them are actually really good. Some of them are just like
But it's the
creepy.
type of content you make. And so how do you feel about that? Like creating content for social media? Because you've been making that for like Vine, Musically,
I
TikTok
did make
now.
vines. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I don't know where they went. I did make vines. That was
So-
crazy.
If you had to like really sit down and criticize your own work to maybe get the exposure that you want, what do you think you need to do to get there?
If I'm really criticizing myself, I'm criticizing how young I started. Like, I get you have to start young, but I started by myself young. Like, no adult was like watching my account and stuff like that. I started like no adults were watching my accounts to make sure that like I wasn't getting stalked or that I wasn't like leaking out too much information of where I lived, stuff like that. So I was very unsupervised at a young age. So I was like, ooh, can't do that. So that's one of my criticisms. Like, I shouldn't have started so young without supervision. Now I'm fine. Like, I understand that, like, you can't just post every little place and, like, all your, like, information just in one video.
Right.
So that's one of my critiques for myself. If I wanted to really critique myself, I would really try harder with lighting and angles.
You think so?
Because my lighting right now is like okay, but it's, as you've said to me before, it's a little too harsh on my face. It makes me either look too dark or too light. And then it ruins the quality of my camera. Because Samsung camera quality is like very like, you need to have the right lighting for it to be super smooth. If you don't have the right lighting, then it's not going to be smooth at all. And that's one of my critiques. You have to really try harder with your angles and lighting. Like, I don't have good angles either. Most of my stuff is very low because I don't own anything that can make it higher, like a tripod or anything. So I have to get more creative with that.
So speaking of creative, do you think that's more important than the actual content you're putting out? Like in terms of like what videos are you making right now?
So lots of my videos are like, hold on, let me look at my own content. Lots of my videos are more makeup based or acting based, since naturally I'm an actor. So lots of them are like acting based or acting with a little bit of makeup. Rarely you'll find things like dance videos because I'm just not that confident yet. Like, you'll see them on my Instagram at by4_Casey. But oh, there it goes, died. So my content is more just makeup and acting based because I'm not that confident in my dancing or body shape right now. So I don't post
Be
that.
confident.
I'm
Own it.
Okay.
But how do you? So I was asking, would you rank just the lighting and goes over quality of your content, as in like what you're actually posting. Like, let's say I were to make videos, but they were very informational, which is very useful for people. Like if I were to teach photography on TikTok, that kind of
You
content,
should do that.
maybe if there's enough of you guys that want that, I might. Okay. But like, I don't know, just putting value into your videos for people to appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like how some TikTokers out there, they post like dance tutorials. Other than their dance videos, they have the tutorials to kind of grow the amount of people that follow them, and so that gets them more exposure and more likes and everything. So what can you do on your page to kind of get out there even more, get more likes, get followers? Like, what do you think you have to do to get there?
Man, you're asking me really the questions of an interviewer.
Yeah, I mean, this is the podcast life. This is
That's
I asked the tough questions.
You have to. I'm just here, just like.
Like, oh my god, I'm 13.
I'm 14.
Oh, my bad.
Oh my gosh.
My bad.
Bro, I'm 15 this year.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oof. Speaking of, I'm supposed to turn 26 later this month. It is March, and we're in quarantine, and so I'm gonna postpone my birthday. So I'm not gonna turn 26 until like June or July.
Are we 11 or 12 years apart?
12.
Because I'm 15 this year, and you're 26 this year.
That's right. So I guess 11.
How old were you when I was born? 2005?
11.
See?
Aha. So 11 years apart.
You're 11. Imagine.
I was 11 and you were 0.
And then you're just like, my sister gave birth.
Yeah, it's like, huh?
What?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know I had a sister, huh?
I didn't know till about a few months in that she had you.
Dang, that's crazy.
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
You were just like,
I'm
well,
just
she's
kidding.
so
I don't know
skinny.
if she was pregnant or not. I don't remember.
You're just like,
I
she's
have a
so
bad
skinny.
memory.
My mom was like a gangster.
She was a rapper. She was from New York.
She was a New Yorker. It's crazy to think my mom, who is very just like a gamer and just sits down and just games all day. Crazy, right? Anyways, so as a mom who's just like sits down, games, and then does schoolwork, it's crazy to think that she had a life in music.
But you can see where her attitude comes from.
Yeah. She's from New York.
New York.
And every time I told my mom that I want to live in New York just for a little bit, maybe just for college, she always looks at me and she goes, you have to have my personality to live in New York.
You do.
And I was like, dang, you right. Because I went there for a convention, KCON. I went to KCON New York 2019.
What is KCON?
KCON is a K-pop convention. It was really fun. Met a lot of new people.
What is K-pop?
K-pop is okay. We'll get into those later. Okay. But I went there, and the immediate thing was like, you can tell who's not from there and who's from there. Mm-hmm. The people who are not from there follow the rules. You see them wait till it's green before they cross the street. Mm-hmm. The people who are from there just walk.
Yeah, they just go.
And then if somebody honks at them, they scream at them that it's their fault.
I'm walking here.
Yeah, I've heard that. While I was there, I was just like, dang.
Yeah.
And then we have my tita, my aunt, who's there with me as my chaperone. Mm-hmm. Her friend lives there. That's who we stayed with. And the amount of time she just crossed the street with looking once and then crossed, I was like, what the heck?
I wouldn't be able to drive there because I probably hit somebody.
You probably would. You definitely would. I'm from people who drive here compared to people who drive in New York, there's such a difference. People here are crazy, but that's because people actually wait on the side of the road for the light. Mm-hmm. People there who drive are more careful because they don't want a lawsuit for the people who don't follow the rules and cross the street before the green light.
Right.
So that's the only difference between New York and here.
Mm-hmm.
People here are crazy.
So do you still want to live in New York?
After my experience and what my mom told me, I don't know.
You just visit.
I'll visit. It's crazy to think that her friend was even able to go out with a sports bra and shirt, or a sports bra and pants. because she works out. She works out. Like she takes like runs in the morning.
Yeah.
So she's just in a sports bra and like yoga pants, and she's like running. It's so sketchy there, and it's scary. Cause like we would be walking in night, and she's so confident walking down, and then I'm just here like, yo, we could get jumped.
Yeah.
But that's because I live here,
Right.
where you can actually get jumped. There, nobody messes with you if you look confident.
Yeah, but if you're not from around there, they'll jump you.
They'll jump you. But we were with somebody who was from there, so that's why we didn't get jumped.
Yeah.
But like she was walking so confident, like she walks confident, like she is like part of that like dark area, and then she walks into the cafe shop like nothing. Like it's a cute little like Asian cafe shop with really good cake, and she just walked in there like nothing, and everyone was just like, it was so crowded. And then when we went back with the cake in our hand, normally here, if you're walking back with something that looks expensive, you'll get like, you have to feel like scared because you're just like, but then people from New York are just like, yo, if you touch me, I know my laws and everything. I was like, dang. Okay, anyways. And then the apartments too, they're like so like run down and stuff. So I'm just there like inside the actual room itself, like it's beautiful. But when you're in the outside area, there's like really run down and rusty. And I was, at first you're just like, and then you walk in the room and you're like, oh, wow, it's really pretty. Right?
Yeah.
Their bathroom was really nice, but their toilets are small, so I kind of peed weird. Like here, like when at the house, there you got like our toilets feel perfect, but when you go to somebody else's house, their toilets feel small. Am I the only one who experiences that? I mean, you stand up when you pee, but like
Yeah.
I don't. But when you poop,
Oh.
and you sit down on somebody else's toilet, isn't it like feel smaller?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird to me. Like it could be exactly the same design, yet they still feel
Yeah,
smaller.
because like it's like not your house, it's not your property, it's not yours.
So you're kind of just like,
It's like oop.
oh. So yeah, their bathrooms are small. Taking a shower is weird, cause their bathroom is small too. That like shower area is small, but it was really nice. It was really great. It was a great experience. So yeah,
Would go back again.
we'd go back. New York's
You know what?
Koreatown's really nice.
Flights are cheap right now.
I can show you around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody's probably even driving.
Probably no.
I saw
in New
some
York,
stories
really?
because I have friends that live in New York,
New York
and it's
stinks.
empty.
Really?
Like-
Like actually, dude, I
Like,
went
people are
there.
like, oh wow, this is weird.
When I went there, I did go there. I just talked about going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I went there, it smelled like bad.
Like how bad?
Like,
Dookie.
dude, they're not lying when they talk online about how much New York stinks. Like, it actually stinks until you get into somewhere. Like, the outside stinks. Like, you can tell people have peed on the side of the road.
Well, hopefully now that everybody's like staying indoors, like
Doesn't stink.
it doesn't stink. Like,
But it's so pretty. Like, the lights and everything. You're so amazed until you pass by the vegan people. Once you pass by the vegan people, it's over.
what do you mean?
Oh boy. Not to offend any vegans. No, I'm talking about vegan protesters.
Oh,
Bro,
okay.
they're scary. Like I went vegetarian. That's a good lifestyle. I did lose weight when I did that until I started eating meat again. But anyways, so vegetarian and vegan people are like pretty awesome and amazing because they're so healthy and stuff. But the protesters though, they're like crazy.
Yeah, they
I
got
know a
some-
lot
they
of
got
your
something
friends
to
are
talk about.
vegan,
I have a
aren't they?
few.
Yeah, they're
lot-
cool.
There's some vegetarians too.
Like, not to offend them, like, this is not to offend them, like, you guys are actually cool, but the people who like protest are scary. Like, vegan protesters are scary. I went there and they're literally holding up pictures of like dead chickens and like dead chicks and like meat and stuff, and they're just like, go vegan, la, 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 la. Like, they're yelling in your face, and then when you have to wait for the crosswalk, you're just next to this guy going, go vegan, la, la, la. God said, I was like, the chickens, I still eat them. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's okay, McDonald's probably doesn't have real chicken anyways. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That was so weird. I went into this like rock like cafe thing, and it was really nice. Like it had the like actual rock pieces of like deceased rockers. Like they actually have the guitars and the picks that they used, and then they had a drum set and then like old fashioned cars in there. It was so cool. So many like it surprised me how like less old people were there and more young people were in there. Like
I think it's just the
admiring the
vibe.
rock art. No,
I-
cause like the vibe, like it's really old vibes, but in there was like kids my age and maybe up to 16. That was the most in there, and then maybe like their dads that brought them there. So it was like it's like they're the ones admiring the art, and their dad was just like, wow, old stuff, cool. And I was like, I thought
Probably when
more.
they were growing up and stuff.
Yeah, I thought there would be more old people admiring the rock stuff, because there were definitely like old rock stuff in there.
Right.
Like I think like stuff from like Queen was in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was more young people, which surprised me, which is great because I enjoy rock myself, but not as much. I'm not that big of an enthusiast as I used to be. I was such an enthusiast in like sixth grade. Sixth grade was like my K-pop and rock years, because that's when I
remember.
I was crazy. I still have like a lot of my rock shirts.
What do you listen to now? Mostly.
Just like I like listening to mostly just chill beats. I still listen to K-pop. It's not as much. I'm not like enthusiastic about bands and stuff anymore. Like I'll listen to them and I'll like fangirl over like how cute they are, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
Why'd your voice get
Because how cute they
how
are.
cute you are?
Like I'll fangirl over stuff like that, but I'm not gonna like go over and memorize their height and how big their hands are. You know?
Right.
Like I went through that with BTS. I'm not gonna go through that again. It's so much work to memorize their face height, how big their face is, how chubby their cheeks are, what hand size they have.
The heck, you were really into that.
They were like crazy, dude. I knew how tall they were. And I like if I could measure how tall I was if I met them in real life. Which I'm still waiting for that opportunity to meet BTS in real life. Like I haven't had that yet. All my friends have but me.
One day, put it out in the universe.
Yeah. Actually, I was supposed to go with them. I think I was supposed to go, but then I didn't make it to Virginia in time, so I wasn't able to go with them. They were planning on buying tickets for me too, but since I wasn't there, they didn't get to.
One day.
One day.
For sure.
One day, for sure, it's gonna happen. Especially with our new place that's opening up. Like we might actually. Well, you have to get invited to perform to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
You can't like just be like, oh, I want to perform at Vegas, and then your managers hook it up for you. Like you have to be invited,
Well,
right?
I mean, if you know people, then yeah, for sure.
Tori Kelly, oh my God, we got to see her. We
Tori
got to
Kelly,
see her.
oh my God. But she never came back.
She never came back.
I was like, shoot, she needs to come back because I want to see her again.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great experience. I loved that.
I loved it. I love how chill it was.
It was really
more
chill.
like home vibe, like just like a living room type experience, like she said. And I was like, man, I really appreciate that because I really like her acoustic stuff.
Melanie Martinez. So apparently they didn't cancel Melanie Martinez's concert. Like, you know how they canceled all concerts? They didn't cancel Melanie's yet.
Was it just postponed?
No, like it's still happening on the same date that it was.
What's the date?
So it was postponed at the beginning of the year. So remember how we were supposed to go?
Right.
Like, I got money for my tickets, and then I was like, fend for yourself for yours. So we were supposed to go, but then I was like, I'll just save the money. And then you were like, thank God.
Okay.
So that happened, and I find out later that it was supposed to be like near the beginning of the year, especially like in school, like near the beginning of the school year. It got postponed to like this month or April, like in that area. So it was already postponed, so that was already disappointing to like everyone who lives here, right? But at least it was still happening. So when Corona started happening, lots of people were worried that it was going to get either more postponed or even canceled. So she hasn't canceled the concert yet, like at all. Like it might still happen. Like everyone who bought their tickets have not gotten a refund, and they got emails saying, we have not canceled the
Yeah, what's the
concert
date?
yet. I have no idea. I can ask my friend who's going.
Okay.
It's like cool because like she's not canceling her concert, but at the same time, Corona.
I mean, if it was anytime soon, I think they would have to cancel it or postpone it because everybody's kind of on lockdown.
Yeah.
And, you know, the CDC says no more than 10 people in a room.
Oh no.
So,
Imagine having a 10, 11 person family all in one house. Uh-oh.
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 Somebody's got to go.
Someone's gonna take one for the team. Oh no.
What was it? In Hunger Games, what did they say?
Something tribute.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Something, I got that. I volunteers tribute.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I remember.
I volunteer Kaya's tribute.
What? I did not consent? No, man.
Peace.
Peace. That's my last piece. I'm just like, peace.
Peace out.
Corona. Anyways. Oh. Everything's so cheap. For those not watching, we just stared at my mom as she went upstairs.
Her mom was just looking at us.
we
We were being judged really hard. Nope.
Oh, wow. Why don't I get praised like that?
You don't, because you're the oldest.
Stop it.
The oldest never gets praised.
I know, right?
They're the
Claire's no longer the youngest, so.
They're what's it called? They're the guinea pigs.
Clara can be the guinea pigs because I have my own future.
No, the middle child gets neglected.
Neglected.
Yeah.
Clara is the middle child, but that's if like our families are still together. In this household, she's youngest, but in our real life, she's middle.
Yeah. So technically, if we were to go about it, she would be the youngest, and then you would be the middle, and I'd be the oldest.
But if we were talking more technically, I have 3 siblings.
That's true, but we don't count that one.
But we don't count the one.
They're not here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we're only kind of the one in the household.
Yeah, but your parents are different, so you're not the guinea pig for mom's life. I'm the guinea pig for my mom's life. Anyways, so
wasn't there a specific topic you wanted to talk about, which is why we did this podcast in the first place?
oh yeah.
So let's talk about that to end the podcast. Jesus.
Mochi? It's Mochi.
What the heck was that?
Remember when Mochi would like jump her fence and then make big noises like that?
Yeah, I remember.
You want to do that to end the podcast?
Oh, is it not a good one to end on?
No, I'm just asking.
I mean, we could talk about something.
I'm just asking.
Is it a positive one or a negative one or what?
What I want to talk about?
Yeah.
Wasn't it positive?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't. I thought you remembered,
Dude,
and you're hinting to it with
My
the
memory is terrible. I only remember the fact that you wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's why we wanted to do a podcast in the first place. You're
Yeah.
right. We should be ending it soon because workout. But at
Yeah,
the
we
same
still gotta
time,
work
like
out.
I like talking like this. Is fun.
Yeah, it's cool. It's okay. It's only the first one that we do. Well, we've done
We've done multiple
stuff like this before,
but like
but they're lost.
they're lost.
Lost episodes.
We have a lot of episodes together where you guys have never seen it because they're lost.
Yeah, so probably in the future, if this ever takes off or we get in a groove, and then they'll probably be posted somewhere down the line.
I can see why podcasts are like hours long.
Yeah, yeah. When me and Anthony did the last podcast, it was like an hour and 30 minutes.
Hour 30 minutes.
And then the some of the podcasts that we listen to, they're like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, I don't know if we'll ever get there, but maybe when we have more things to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of things to talk about with me. Like,
I mean,
we're
with you,
crazy.
by yourself, you could just talk for like a whole hour.
I could. That's why, like, everyone tells me to stream more on Twitch because I talk too much.
Yeah,
So, like,
you
they're just
should.
like... And then whenever I play Apex, I, like, kind of scream. I don't know. Were you there when I was playing Apex with KK?
You scream all the time.
Well, yeah. But other
hear
than
you.
that, when I was playing with, like, my Virginia friends, where you heard me screaming a lot.
Yeah. That's me when I play with my friends.
I accidentally screamed.
Scrum.
I accidentally screamed a cuss word, and I got so scared that someone would walk in my room and say, "Hey, what you say?" And I'm gonna be like,
That sounds like me. Hey, what you say?
"Hey, what you say?" I like screamed.
I should.
And then I was so scared that like someone was gonna come in. I was like shaking while I was shooting the person. I was like,
Adrenaline. Oh, speaking of, you know what? Apex is not where it's at anymore. Okay, Kai? It's Call of Duty Warzone.
I finally got good at it.
Warzone,
I finally
bro.
got good at it.
Okay, well, you
Dude,
can put those skills into Call of Duty now. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I actually get kills now though.
You can do that in Call of Duty.
Like dude, I honestly sucked at Apex when like we first played and stuff. Like obviously,
Obviously.
but like the more we played it, I just sucked more. But now like after not playing video games for like ever and just like watching people play video games,
You're
I got a
raw.
lot better.
You're raw. That's what they call. Oh man, you playing raw.
Raw?
Raw, because like you haven't played it in a long time,
Oh,
and then once you played again, then you were like beasting. Raw.
raw. But the next game I'm trying to be good at is League of Legends. But at the same time, like I'm not ready for that.
Uninstall.
Uninstall.
Don't play that.
LOL is fun though.
Yeah.
It's fun, but
It's not a
it's
game
too
for me.
triggering
It's
for me.
just definitely not a. I've tried playing games like that, but just doesn't work out.
Remember when you got me that game about anime boys?
No.
I played that.
No.
He
No.
Yeah.
You got that yourself.
I played it
I had
and
no.
it sucked.
Yeah. See,
I didn't like
your
it.
games suck.
It was okay. No, like it was good fan service, but it's just the storyline just like went to crap.
Yeah, dude. But like you were so excited about it. I'm like, dude, it's not even gonna be that good.
Bro, because it was cute anime boys.
It's your little girl.
So I started watching this anime and it's really good.
What's
and
it
I love
called?
it and I'm obsessed with the main character.
What is it called?
It's called Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
What's it about?
I think that's the whole title.
Is it about
It's really-
picking up girls in a dungeon?
So basically this guy falls in love with a girl that saved him in the dungeon. So she's like high ranked. And like what is part of one of like the most prestigious families and stuff. So he has to like work as hard as he can to be good enough for her. And so I'm only on episode 2, but it gives so much story and I actually love it. And I think the girl's falling in love with him too.
Ooh.
I'm ready. Am I on episode 2? No, I think I'm on like episode 5. And then I started watching this other show. And it's called, I think, Love at First Sight. Or something like that. Or I think it's called Your First Love. Anyways, it's like about first loves. It's really good too.
Oh man.
I'm on episode 9. Out of 34 episodes of 44-minute episodes.
You're in episode 9.
I'm ready. It's an Asian drama.
Are you gonna finish it during the quarantine?
Probably. It's an Asian drama, so I'm ready to finish it during quarantine. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good. It's on Netflix, so go watch it.
All right. So that topic that you wanted to talk about.
Do we want to talk about that yet? Oh, let's talk about a flight.
Flights?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like?
Like, oh, let's go to Hawaii.
I don't think we're allowed to leave anymore.
Dang it.
Yeah, if it was like a few days ago, we would have been able to go. Because I do have some friends that took flights elsewhere, and then now they're just there. And I'm like, wow, lucky. You're like quarantined and in a vacation place. I mean, technically, this is a vacation place, but at the same, it's not as nice. You know, we don't have beaches here. Closest thing we have to a beach is Mandalay Beach. Mandalay Bay Beach.
Mandalay Bay Beach. Is that their pool area?
Yeah, but it's like a beach.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's still around.
I don't think that
I
counts.
haven't been to like stayed at a casino in a long time.
I only stay there when our Virginia family comes.
Okay, that makes sense.
I went to Happy Place.
Oh yeah, that's right. How was it?
That was so nice. There was free food,
I love free food.
but it was so expensive. Don't buy at the door. Like you like when you go, if you ever go, or if you go with me and stuff. Yeah, go with me. So it's $30-something at the door
That's too expensive.
and on their website.
Man.
So we went to a different website for we got it for $20.
Nice.
So we got a good deal on that. So it's 20 per person, and there were. Wait, I have to say their names. 5 of us,
Oh okay.
so $100.
Damn.
But don't worry, we paid back the mom. We're good. We're good. We paid back the mom.
Oh, you used somebody's mom's money. That's okay.
What's it called? So there were so many complications when we went there that we didn't know were there.
Like.
So the first time we went there, first of all, I had an allergic reaction, so I looked crazy. Like I had an allergic reaction in my eye because I went to my friend's house first, and she had cats, and I forgot that I can't touch my eye until I wash my hands. But then I touched my eye, like right after we left her house, after I was cuddling with the cats. So yeah, so I asked Mom to buy me eye drops for future reference.
You remember that cat that was in the front of the house that you touched?
I haven't seen her in a long time.
And then you touched your eye?
Oh yeah, and then I died.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, the cat didn't die, but like your eye
I died.
Your eye died.
My eye died.
And then, so carry on. What's next?
Anyways, so I already looked crazy to these people because I'm just here with like a bloodshot eye with like half closed, like, So we went there and we were like, "Hi, can we pay at the door?" And then he was like, "Yes, but we only take card." And my friend and I only had cash, so we were like, "What the heck?" So originally the plan was like just okay. So there was an original plan that there was just 3 of them going, but then they're like, "Do you guys want to come?" And we were like, "Okay." So we came with them, but we didn't realize that we had to pay online first or with card. I didn't have card, so
Yeah, you're 14.
my card was at home.
Okay.
So I only had cash, and so we were like, "They only take cash." And then so my friend's mom bought it, and we just paid her back. Then we got there, and then they were like, "You need ID." None of us brought our ID.
How old are you supposed to be?
We're gonna get there.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, "You guys have a student ID or anything?" And then we were like, "No." And then she was like, and then she knows that he. So he was like, "Oh, come on, guys," and we're like, "We know." And then we were like, "Oh, we could pull up our Gmail," and he was like, "It's okay. We get it. You guys are just like, you just." So he looked at the tickets and he was like, "Who's this?" And then they were like, "That's her mom." And they're like, "Okay, who's Sophia? Oh, who's this?" And then she was like, "That's her." And then the guy was like, "Okay, how old are we?" And then we all looked at him and went, "Why?" And then he was like, "You have to be 16 or older to enter without an adult." And we were like,
Bruh.
I'm 14, and I was the oldest. So
you said you were 16.
no.
Oh.
So the worker, we're not gonna expose his. I don't even know his name. We're not gonna expose him hard because like we don't want him to lose his job. But good on him. This is why I like Happy Place, because they have cool people like that in there. So he was like, okay. So the youngest was the tallest and the oldest looking. So he was like, he pointed at her and he said, "You're 16. And then he looked at all of us and said, "How old is she?" And we all said, 16. And then he was like, "Okay, good job, guys. Okay, come on in." We were like, "Okay, thank God." He was like, "Thank gosh, you guys are chill and that you're wearing a Detective Pikachu shirt." I was wearing the Detective Pikachu shirt.
Wow.
I helped. Good on me.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I chose that shirt.
Bump on that one.
Fist bump on that one. You know? So, Happy Place was actually really fun. For a place that's just for photos, it was really fun. And it was really great to enjoy it. A lot of the stuff was like still images or big versions of something. There was a lot of confetti, and I loved it because I could make a mess and nobody gets mad at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's the ultimate playground.
there were free gummy bears and free cookies in the cookie area.
Free is always good.
So that was good. There's a flower place that was really nice. So there's dangling flowers coming from the ground. It was really, really pretty. And I took a lot of good photos there. Like, they could be put on an album.
Wow.
Like, the front of an album.
You're really hyping it up. So is that good?
And then there was a room where everything was upside down. I didn't realize you had to turn your camera upside down to make the room work.
Yeah. Smart.
I didn't know.
You're so
we were
smart.
just taking pictures of us jumping like we were falling off the bed.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The bed was on the ceiling and we were like that. We just like our arms everywhere on the floor. But the lighting in that room was so, like bomb.com.
Yo, lighting is key. I tell you guys that.
But half of the lighting there was kind of bad.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
lighting is key, guys.
So, like, one of my girls that went there, one of my friends that are girls that went there, brought her camera. So I had flash and everything. It was Canon. It was a nice
like a
camera.
pro camera.
Yeah, it was pro camera. It was her dad's old camera because he's a photographer too. So it was a good camera. So the pictures turned out really nice. She just needs to edit them now. So that's what made everything a lot better, lighting wise and stuff. There's this one room that had pictures all over the wall, and it said like best friends, and so we all took pictures there, and we were like,
Duck faces and everything.
there was no duck faces.
Oh, good. Please don't do duck faces. Come on.
But
Smiling is the best pose you can do.
But when we went into the duck room, we kind of put duck faces on because it was fun.
Well, I guess. I mean, that's your only exception because they're ducks.
So there was this room that like hurt my eyes because it was just like glitter everywhere. So the brightness was like times 10. There was one with dangling chains. That was like the best room because I was wearing chains that day.
How many rooms are there?
There's a lot. So there's like 3 rooms in the beginning, and then one room just had 3 stalls that each had a different theme. So it was a lot of room. It's short, but you can spend forever in one room. But you can never go back.
Right.
So there was one room that was like kisses and hearts, and it was great stuff. They took pictures for like there were twins there, and they were they're Hispanic, right? So they're like taking pictures just for their future quinceañera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was cute. There was a lot of just them posing together, and we were all like, There was when we were in the duck room. It's like a tub, and then there's balls in it, and then there's ducks all over the walls. So when we were in the duck room, I was kind of just sitting in the tub. There's 3 of us in the tub. And we were just sitting there, and we were just like, because there's like the balls in the tub, so we are just playing with like
the balls.
The balls.
Yeah.
And then my friend Sarah was taking pictures of us, right? So we were like, ooh. And then one of my friends like for one of the pictures kissed me on the cheek, and I like.
Were you shook?
I like almost punched her in the face because I got so scared. When I was little, obviously I grew up with like mom kissing me in the cheek and stuff like that, like me having to kiss my parents on the lips and stuff like that.
Right.
But like as I grew older, I'd like that stuff stopped, obviously, so I'm not used to it anymore. So when people do it, I'm just like
Yeah.
So it like scares me.
You're just shooken up.
Yeah. That's why, like, when you kiss my head, like, I want to punch you in the face, you know, because, like, it scares me. I'm just like...
I should just punch you in the head.
You should.
Oh, I didn't say that.
So, that's why when she kissed me for that photo, I have it, and, like, you can't see the fear in my eyes.
I can imagine it, though.
You can sort of see it.
Yeah, I can sort of see it.
Because I'm, like, smiling and stuff like this,
Right.
but in my eyes, you can see the fear.
You're like, oh.
The temptation to, like, throw a punch.
Yeah.
Because I got scared.
Yeah.
So, the ending was like one of the most fun places because it's like it says "Happy in Las Vegas," and I was like, wow. And then you can go into a tube thing where it blows air and the confetti just flies around you. It's really nice picture place too. There's a ball pit. That was a lot of fun. We jumped in there. It was like a pot of gold, and then there was a slide there. That was like a slot machine. It was really good. And then they had lemonade. And then they had the throwing game where you throw like sacks and you have to get in the circle thing that's in the...
Yeah, I forgot what that's called.
What's that called?
A cornhole.
Yes, that thing.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it was just like the workers were like so nice. And then they're like, you should tag us in TikTok, blah, 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 stuff like that. And I was like, well, the people there were really great. It was a good experience. Like, the workers were really nice and stuff like that, yeah.
So would you go back again?
Yes.
When you're 16?
I'll go back with you.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, I mean, it's great, but when you don't have a good photographer there, it's kind of, like, not worth it.
Yeah, so if you guys need a photographer, hit me up. As for my rates.
So that's why we were good that we had that one friend with the camera.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And then it's a good thing that girls take thousands of pictures because now we learned angles and stuff through that. So that's why it was good just going with a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
Guys that don't do photography don't know what angles are.
Yeah.
You don't know how, the amount of pictures that you see on my Instagram where it's like on the floor and then they're like, peace sign.
Yeah, that's usually like the guy pose to do.
Or they'll be sitting on something and then they'll just look to the side like this.
They'll like grab their hand like this, or like
yeah, and then they're
peace
just
sign,
like,
or like just look super.
and then they'll hide their eyes and just be like with their
Oh, that's
hoodie and they're like, yeah. So yeah, if you don't have like the professional photography, it's like, oh, okay, nice. So yeah, I would definitely go back with you for sure. Lots of my friends stole cookies.
I thought they were free.
They were, but like obviously you can only take one.
Oh.
They took like two. I was there like, I'm not a criminal, so nada. It smelled like chocolate in there because they sell chocolate cookies, so I was like, So yeah,
That sounds really good.
it's a really good experience, especially with someone who actually knows to flip the camera upside down in the upside down bedroom. Bedroom.
It's okay, now you know. You have
Now
experience.
I know.
It's all about experience at this
I
point.
didn't realize it till I went to the next room with all the pictures on the wall
Yeah.
and saw like the different Instagram posts.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and take another break. I'm gonna restart the camera again
Yeah,
because I feel like that was a solid amount of time there.
that was a good amount of just talking about Happy Place.
Yeah. All right.
Happy
We'll be
Place
right
was
back.
good. We'll be right back. Give me something.
She thirsty.
Especially during Mochi's like session, I was just like,
We can't show people we drink Arrowhead. Arrowhead's disgusting.
really?
It's okay if you think it's fine, then it's all good.
What's Arrowhead? Is this Arrowhead?
It's not. Let's just say that. It's
Okay.
Crystal Glazier.
It is, isn't it?
Okay.
It
Good
is.
thing.
I never had Arrowhead. Oh, yes, I have. No, I haven't. Yes, I had. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
All right. Okay.
So this is the final topic. What is it?
So, a problem with our youth and generation today. Oh my god, I made it sound so professional. It's not that serious.
professional.
So a problem with like people today is that because of romantic movies and romantic comedies and all those like stuff that come out today that have to do with romance, many people plan their first kisses instead of just letting it go with the flow. So I've never seen nor heard like an actual natural kiss. So I went to Tito EJ to talk about his first kiss, but then he was like, wait for the podcast. So I was like, okay. I waited a week and maybe just the 3 days. I don't know. I've been waiting for this because
You could have waited longer, honestly.
Honestly,
We could
yeah.
have waited until you were 18.
No, we're gonna go now. So I want to know this
It's not
story.
it's not really like a crazy story.
I know, but obviously because you didn't plan it.
Yeah.
It's natural. Like I've never heard of a natural first kiss.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of planned kisses either. So I don't know what's the deal with that.
Oh boy, let me tell you.
Go ahead and tell me first.
Okay, so before we get into the actual natural stuff,
Actual natural.
That's a new name. Actual natural stuff.
Put that on a shirt. Actual natural. Copyrighted. That's ours.
It's copyrighted now. I'm gonna put it on a shirt. Don't you have your new shirt printer thingy thing?
Yeah, but you have to put the design. You have to make the design.
I'll make it. I'll make it.
You'll make it,
I'll make it.
and then you have to order it.
Oh.
And that involves money, right? Money that you don't have.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not making it anymore.
Okay.
I'll
Go
just
ahead.
draw it on a shirt.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So not like we don't have natural kisses.
You can still keep talking while you raise it up.
I don't know how to raise it.
It's okay. You have to loosen up
Oh,
that.
no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna kill it. So let's just go back down here. So actual natural kisses don't actually happen here,
In
at
your
least in
generation?
my generation. Like I haven't heard of it yet because I have some really weird friends.
Well, to be fair, like things like that, we don't really talk about.
That's why we're
You,
talking about it.
like, you ever heard about like um men don't kiss and tell?
Huh?
You don't kiss and tell.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, that's why. That's why you don't hear about stuff like that.
Well,
You
yeah.
only hear it from your weird friends because they plan it.
Exactly. That's why I've never
So weird.
heard of a natural kiss. Like I've never heard like people I know's like first kiss that's actually natural. Like if we're like talking about kisses and stuff, they'll be like, "Oh no, I planned mine to do this on this day," and I'm like, "But aren't kisses natural?" And they're like, "Not mine." I was like, "Okay, weird, but okay." So, like I've been there for my friends' first kisses because they planned it.
Right.
So I'm just there like, okay. So there was one time like they actually planned, like the girl planned it but not the guy. Like the guy was just like I'm willing to kiss you whenever, and the girl was like when I'm ready, and I was like okay. So she actually planned it, like planned a day, and actually got like all the couples to go. But at this time I liked a certain somebody that it's like the reason I don't trust people with a certain name now. But so I liked a certain someone who couldn't go because they weren't close with that friend group, right? So when I went there, it was this, me and Ava were the couple. Like, shout out to Ava. Love you. Ava Stella. So me and Ava were like the couple. And then there were like two other couples there. So our friend who actually planned it was one of the couples who were there. And we were watching Frozen.
First one or second one?
First one, because the second one didn't come out yet.
Okay.
So we were sitting on the couch. Me and Ava were chowing down goldfish. Because we were the best couple there, honestly. We were eating goldfish. We were talking about how much, like, some characters sucked in character development, stuff like that. The couple next to us didn't do much. They kind of just cuddled and talked to me and Ava. And then the third couple, the one who planned it, we were all watching them instead of the movie. Like, we were all like, we were just like sitting there, right? And every time we looked away, like one of us would go, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Ah, not yet. They're gonna do it. Not yet. Like,
That's funny.
it was to the point where the couple who were supposed to do it were just like, what are they doing? And then the girl was like, I don't know.
Obvious.
And then we were on, like, we have like the blanket over our mouths, right? And like we'd keep it there, and then we'd peek. Like, psst.
You peek over to see.
Yeah, because like the couple next to us was like blocking our way, so we were like, and we looked at the couple next to us, we're like, psst, did they do it yet? And then the couple would be like, no, they're too slow. And then we were like, okay. And then I was too busy watching the movie. Mm-hmm. So by the time they, like, right when they were about to detach, that's when I looked, and I was like, oh, they did it. And then I realized that Ava and the couple next to us were already watching, and I was like, bro, you guys didn't tell me. You guys didn't tell me. I freaking knew it. Y'all couldn't be trusted. I freaking knew it. Like, and then, like, so what they did was that all she did was, I'm gonna do it. And then she looked at him, and then she did the tap tap on his chest because they were cuddling, and then she went, and then he went, and then they went, and then I was like, ew, that's freaking nasty, bro. That's freaking nasty.
That's freaking nasty.
I was like, and then I texted my crush, and I was like, they did it. And then we were both like, So yeah, that's like, and then it got crazier. We're to the point where the second couple that was next to Ava and I wanted to kiss too for the first time, and Ava and I were just like, what? Why?
And did they?
And they separated the boys and the girls because it was like, because the girls were like freaking out, so we all went to the bathroom together. Mm-hmm. And then the boys were like, bro, let's go. And then they went outside. And the girls were in the person who lived their room. Like, the person who lived there was a girl, so we were allowed in their room. So we went into their room, and we were hyping the girl of the other couple up. We were like, let's go. And then she was like, I can't do it. I need to pee. So she ran into the bathroom and peed. And then we were just like, should she actually do it? And then the girl who did get the kiss was like, yeah, it felt great. And I was like, ugh. And then Ava was like, ugh. Me and Ava were like, sure, she can do it, but ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so funny. Bro, it gets better. It gets better.
Okay.
So we were hyping the girl up, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, right? So, and then apparently the guy who kissed before them was hyping the other guy in the couple next to Ava and I. Were like, they were hyping him up. And then we went to the living room, and then the couple that already kissed like started to like silently hype up, and they started talking to each other about it. Me and Ava were just eating goldfish still, and we were like, yes, you got this.
Too much goldfish.
Too much goldfish. Oh, it's so funny. I remember it happening. It was so funny. So the couple that was next to us, she looked down at him because he's shorter than her.
Oh, I thought you guys were laying down.
No, we're standing now.
Oh, okay.
But like, because it was from like the rooms to like together at the living room. Okay. So she looked down at him, and then she was like, last minute, she was like, I can't do it. And then she looked at Ava, and then he went for the kiss. And then she said, no.
Oh, damn, swerved.
Because we were like all freaking out and like talking. So she went, and then she was like, and then like a sudden head spin, and he went.
Oh, he lost his balance.
He lost his balance and went forward with his lips still puckered. Yeah. And I watched that, and I laughed so hard. Man. I felt so bad, but at the same time, it was so funny.
Yo, I feel for you, bro. I'm sorry, man. Bro.
And then they broke up 2 weeks later, bro.
Well.
It was so bad.
Wasn't meant to be.
But then tea happened. Ooh. But that was like the funniest thing ever. I was so happy I was there. Because it was like one of the best hangouts. And then another one, but it didn't get to happen because our Disney trip got canceled. They planned the kids then. And I was like, you can't plan. I was like, in my head, like, I was told you can't plan that. Like, no matter how much you want it to happen at a romantic moment, you just, like, it's not always going to happen. You need to have it, like, flow. So that's why I asked you. I was like, so what is a natural kiss like? Because being of my generation, I've never had a kiss. I'm obviously a lip virgin, but
what I was gonna ask you.
I've never heard. Oh, what?
I was gonna ask, have you had your first kiss?
I'm a lip virgin. My first kiss was basically my dad.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't really count.
No. Actually, my first kiss was in second grade, kindergarten. I was riding the bus, and I was pulling a prank on this guy. But
I don't even remember second grade.
Well, it was traumatizing.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It was just traumatizing. So I was trying to prank the guy, and then I fell. And then we kissed.
You. That's what you get. Trying to prank a dude.
No, because the other girl next to me pranked him first, and it was actually going well. Like he took it as a joke and everything, so I did it too. Yeah. And then, oh no, I was on the bus. The whole bus ride home, I was like just touching my lips, riding home. I was like, oh no.
You have to wash your lips.
I know. I was like, Corona.
God, I'm sorry. We're not supposed to joke about that.
Sorry.
That's funny. All right.
So that was my first kiss. I don't count it though, because it was an accident.
So it still doesn't count then. So yeah, okay. Glad to know that, because I was about to say, if you had your first kiss already, who the F is this dude? I'm about to freaking find him.
I'll kill him. It was my Taeyong pillow.
That's all right. All right. Might be your Taeyang pillow till you're
Taeyang, really? That's a different artist. Taeyang. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
till you're 21. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So what?
So, you told me about your first makeout, but not. Oh yeah, you tell that story real quick.
That was technically the first kiss.
No, because you told me you guys had occasional kisses before then. When was that first one?
No.
That's what
So
you
you already spoiled it. You jumped the gun.
Well, because you already told me about that.
Yeah, but like
I thought there was.
technically that was the first. Well, I don't know if I want to count that as the first one. That was the first makeout for sure.
Yeah, but kiss.
The kiss was after that.
Huh? That does not make sense.
Doesn't make sense, right?
No.
Yeah. The kiss was after that.
Okay, explain that.
Yeah, because we weren't going out yet. We weren't going out yet until after that makeout. That makeout session.
What?
Yeah.
Bro. Is that a thing? Do people just make out before getting together?
You know what?
Like from experiences? From
experience?
You know who?
Huh?
From the stories from you know who?
So I'm gonna say. So what I'm gonna say is yes. That's how it goes first.
That's
Like,
weird. That's weird.
well, you know what? It's actually weirder nowadays
Why?
because they go. They
They do it.
they do to do, and then they go out.
I know. That's
Yeah,
weird
so
too.
so mine was pretty mild.
You guys pretty mild. I still.
Yeah. So yeah.
It is like the romance movies. Before the main characters get together, they share a passionate kiss of their love, and then they get
And
together.
that's how they find out. Yeah, for sure. That's how it works.
Whack.
Yeah. So what do you want to know? Oh, do you want me to tell them about the makeout?
Well, your first kiss, because you said that wasn't technically your first kiss.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the kiss led to the makeout.
That's still a pretty romantic way.
Yeah, I guess. Like if I just didn't mention the makeout, then it would be cute. Yeah.
It was pretty. It's
But
pretty
then you
romantic.
just like jumped the gun and said makeout.
make out,
Makeout.
make out, make out.
All right. So now that we've spoiled it, it's not gonna like
Well,
sound
it's
as nice
still
anymore.
romantic. So say it.
Well, this certain someone, they know who they are. They're don't go a lot. That
Okay,
doesn't
well.
sound good on podcasts.
Okay, sorry. Stop! You're distracting from it.
Yeah, just let me talk. You just nod your head. This episode is not coming out anymore. It's being canceled.
No, don't cancel it. This is good.
Due to the coronavirus, this podcast episode is now canceled.
Uh-oh, stinky.
So, this was senior year of high
Did
school.
you fart?
No, you kicked the stool.
Oh, I thought you farted. I was about to scream beats so loud.
Bro, I don't fart on podcasts.
Uh-huh.
I'm professional, remember? I'm not like you.
Excuse me? Girls don't fart.
Bro, I smelt it.
I did
Anyway.
not. Oh my god.
So I was a senior in high school when this happened. Me and this certain somebody was kind of talking. I was posting stuff on Facebook at the time that were very negative, I
Facebook.
think, about myself.
Uh-huh. Oh.
I was at a point in my life where I just didn't like the world at that point, and didn't like myself.
Me last year.
So, she replies asking if I was okay, and I was just kind of like, oh man, you know what, like, I should just be this type of person because blah blah blah, right? And she's like, no, don't be like that, you should just be yourself. And then we started seeing each other at school and saying hi and started hanging out. So prom was coming up, and so we were actually talking about it, and she was telling me, oh, I can't find a date for prom, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, do you want me to post on Facebook and hook you up?
That's not the move.
I was
Stupid.
really clueless at the time.
Bro, when they say it in an obvious way, that's
Yeah,
how you
okay, but like
know.
listen. 18-year-old Eric was very clueless. Okay.
Boys are clueless. That's
Man,
kind of scary.
this is why I'm telling people now, don't be sending like hints. Like, we're not gonna get it. You have to just flat out say something, like say that you like us or something, because most of us don't know. Okay, and
Boys are stupid.
people play too much,
Boys are stupid.
but women actually respect that when guys actually tell them that they like them.
Yes, stop being.
But then when women are the one approaching men, you got to do the same thing back.
Yeah, but some of us get like shamed for that because
Well,
of
don't.
how it was back then.
Well, that's the thing. You guys care too much about what people think.
No,
Right?
I just get about my mom, what my mama thinks, and my mama just thinks like going first is for females are just wrong.
And for me, like if I had a daughter, I'd be like, go ahead. Like just there's nothing wrong with that. It's because your mom grew up a certain way.
That's how Tito Bernie is.
Well, that's the way they are. That's their generation.
Tito Bernie was like, "Yo, you go do you. Just make sure your grades don't die."
Our generation now is more like, it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm just saying, whoever who likes who first, just say it, and then if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then you move on. But going back to what I was talking about, she was asking me if, she was like, oh man, nobody's gonna ask me out, blah, blah, blah. And at the time I didn't get it. So I was like, yo, let me post on Facebook. Maybe somebody can ask you out. So
Facebook.
I guess so. Eventually we were Skyping. This was the time of Skype, no FaceTime yet. And she tells me, oh, I got asked out to prom. And I was like, wow, congrats. And then she was telling me that it was like, from what I can remember, she was telling me like it was like awkward, or it was like she didn't know what to do because he ended up with like singing a song or like rapping.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh no.
in front of good amount of
Oh,
people.
no.
So she was kind of put on the spot. And she said yes, and then she was telling me like, oh man, I don't really even like him, blah blah blah. But I just said yes, and now she has a date for prom, and for me, I didn't have a date.
Bro.
So I asked one of my girlfriends at the time. She was like
Like girlfriend or girlfriend?
yeah, like girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was like a sophomore.
Oh.
So I just asked her out like as a friend to like go with me to prom, right?
That's me with RJ.
So prom night happened, and we had a good time. Like when I saw that certain someone, I had never seen them like that, like a lot of makeup, like hair's done, all that. I was like, whoa, who the heck, who is she? Right.
Oh. Sorry.
And then, but she was like with her date, obviously, but like she didn't want to dance anymore because her feet were hurting. But she told me she just didn't want to dance with him. And then me, I was having a good time with my friend, my date. And then there was an after party after prom, so I just followed them to like a hotel room where they had like drinks and all that. And
That's illegal.
it was like juice and soda.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. So anyway, so they were drinking juice and soda throughout the night, and everybody finally passed out except me, that girl, and her date. Her date was still awake.
What the heck?
Yeah, because I think he was trying to, make some moves.
Knock out already.
But I was there with her. I was actually, I was behind a curtain with her, like next to a window. And in the window, you could see like the strip.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, it's nice, right? And it's already nighttime. This actually, I think the sun was already starting to come up. It was already because it was late.
Dang, where
Yeah,
are
and then
your
so like we were
parents?
just talking, we're just vibing, right?
Where's Nana and Lulu Sunny?
They were not involved.
They're like,
Yeah, they were not involved.
yeah,
I
you
was.
can stay at a hotel until
Yeah,
late.
I mean,
Oh
yeah.
no.
So anyway, um, yeah, we were just like vibing, talking, and we were, you know, we had a lot to. We had a lot of juices and sodas to drink, and
Sprite?
I just like looked at her and like just to I don't know, just to kind of mess around. Like I just like kissed her like just at the corner of her mouth, and then she was like, "Oh, you missed, right?" And then she like grabbed me like by my face, and then we kissed on the lips, and then from there, obviously, it escalated. But yeah,
So yeah, that's romantic. You're such a dumb.
yeah, I'm a dum dum.
You are dumb.
Yeah, but then after that, then we started like holding hands, and I asked her out, and then
You held hands after kissing. That's whack. That's whack. Shouldn't you hold hands before the kiss? You're just like, tee. Hold hands.
we would hold hands like as a joke before. Yeah. And then that happened, and then obviously we made it official and all that after a while,
Y'all lasted long.
and then we lasted like 3.5 years.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Yeah. But it was cool. Everything ended, but we're still cool today. So that's that.
Yes.
So that's the podcast, guys. Thank you for listening and watching, depending on where you're consuming this content.
Consuming.
My name is Eric,
My name is Kai.
and we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.